Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be painting this wildflower scene in the grasses. Super abstract, really loose, and I had loads of fun with this. I wasn't really in the mood to paint something super detailed, but I still wanted that dopamine hit, that dopamine fix. So I had loads of fun with this. If you're following along at home, I hope you have fun with it too. And if you're just watching, I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Starting off with just a really simple watered down wash for my first layer. Just mixing loads of colours together, just natural earthy type colours. I do actually remove some paint in a minute, but it wasn't really needed because you can't really see this bit at the end anyway. As long as you cover your page, I focused like bluish cool tones on the top and then more earthy colours towards the bottom. Once that's dry, I'm then going in with a nice bright pink colour. You can pick any colour really for your flowers as long as they kind of blend nicely together. So I'm just going for pinks, reds, oranges and yellows. Yeah, just getting where I want them down and placing some green around the base of them. And having a little play around with the shape if I'm not overly happy. And then I'm starting to suggest some stems. And then I'm just going in with different shades throughout. Every time you see me add into the grass, it'll be a different green, a different value. Not really overthinking it, but trying to keep the majority of them behind where I'm putting the flowers in, so it doesn't go over the top of it until the very end, and then I do it a little bit more detailed there. So I'm just trying to keep the space for my flowers clear, just for the colours that I want the flowers to be. Here I've just mixed up a really lovely olive green colour, putting some detail in where the stem would meet the flower, and it kind of holds it like a little cup, and I'm just popping that in the areas where my flowers are. just splashing some colours in here, not really overthinking it. I love that it just makes it a bit chaotic, because if you were to zoom in on wildflowers on a horizontal with the grass and the flowers, it would probably look a bit chaotic. You'd have all kinds of things in there. There wouldn't just be pretty flowers and green grasses. There would be bugs, there would be dirt, there would be dead things, to put it nicely. So yeah, just have a bit of fun and add some chaos. So this brush that I'm using here, it's actually a makeup brush, but I love it because it just creates really random blobs of colour, so you don't have to overthink what you're doing. It's good for trees, it's good for little things like this, just for sporadic bits of colour throughout your paintings. So I just let that layer dry, and now I'm doing another one of my tricks that I love to use on pretty much all my paintings. So I mix the colours that I've been using with white, and then I go back in over the top of any areas that I think are muddy or could just do with a bit of brightening. The white paint that I usually mix in it's a Winsor & Newton white gouache paint, a professional. It's in a tube, and it takes away that transparency and translucency of the watercolors, so it creates like a more opaque effect, meaning that you can, you know, really layer on top of things that you don't like and remove them completely, which is nice. Now here I am actually paying a little bit more attention to the details of everything, using a darker value. I'm so sorry if you can hear the ice cream man in the background there. Yeah, just paying attention to my darker values and really making sure that I marry the flowers to the bottom of my painting. So following them stems right through, either behind the other flowers and then joining it down to the bottom, or even later on in a moment you'll see me actually going over the top of some of the flowers, because although I've been avoiding that, it will inevitably happen. The grass will go in front of the flower, not just behind it. So yeah, a bit more selective towards the end with my details, but apart from that, it's been really nice to paint this. I've just been able to switch off and just go with my gut feeling with it all. And that's it for today's painting. Wrapping up now. Thank you guys so much for being here as always. I hope you enjoyed this one and give it a go at home. You don't have to do it like this. You can do it horizontal. You can switch up the colours and just have fun with this one. That was the beauty of it. Yeah. And as always, take care. See you next time.